Hey you, so I hope everyone's doing fine and well and your family and loved ones are all doing well during these pandemic times. So on this video, new all-time highs for silver in 2020. I'm going to be just giving my thoughts and opinions on current situation and whether I believe we could be seeing a new all-time high price, spot price in silver. So if you haven't done so already and you like what you hear slash see, please do go ahead and subscribe. So yeah, I'm still a holder in silver. Nowhere near, as I mentioned on many videos, as once upon a time was. But as you can see, I still have a silver hoard. I'm still, have a vested interest. And with current times, we're seeing, nobody saw, I done a video not too long ago saying I thought it'd be 10 years minimum before we saw any price movement with silver. I'm still there. There's been a lot going on with silver in the current climate that has, had me thinking. I was happy I did liquidate quite a bit when I did in the past. But now I'm looking at it and thinking, we've damn near got a recession on our hands, a depression, depression, depending on who you ask. We've got, like, it's raining and pouring, a rock in a hard place with the pandemic and the current unemployment and just a lot crumbling, technically the sky falling down on us. And we're seeing some of the other metals come into their own and play their position and do what they're supposed to do. As of recent time of releasing this in mid-April, gold hit its all-time high in pound sterling. So we saw it touch what its all-time high has been up in the £1,400 area, a little over that. Not in dollars. Since then the dollar's become a lot stronger against the pound, so that could play a massive role also. But it's playing this position. Didn't tank as hard as silver did and the likes of, but I think if any time, now is the time for silver. You can look at it two ways. Some people look at it as industrial metal and some people look at it as a monetary metal, a hedge against inflation, a good storage of wealth. Either or, one has to push to make the demand go up and the price go up, in my opinion. Either it's getting used in more and more industries, and the list goes on for the current industries that it's involved with, and that helps the price ultimately grow as time goes on, or it comes into its own as a monetary, asset, and people flock towards it because they want to put their money into that. As been said in the past, people can't get gold, or so it's said that will happen, so they'll flock to silver. Not 100% sold on that. I think it's more the case of the current people that are piling into silver will keep on piling into silver. It could be due to a lot of the collector coins came out in that series, or those that believe or think that they can't afford gold may flock towards silver. It's more the man's man or the working man's metal because they believe they can get a lot more bang for their buck. That's just the way that I see things, and a lot of the people I view and speak with also may see it like that. But both have come. When we're talking industrial wise, it can't get into any more industries. If tomorrow they came out and said we're making nano silver coated clothing, they do all this already, or some new virus protection made out of silver. I don't think it's going to shoot the price of silver up. But with a recession looming and depression, are we going to see a new time high in 2020? Will we be seeing hard times in 2020 also? Let me know down below whether you believe we're going to be seeing an all-time high price on silver and what you think it may be, or what you think it's going to be. Are you don't care, at this rate, to see high prices as I continue on? I'm looking like you may need a Mad Max scenario, but I'll explain more on that. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments on what you think the price can be by end of 2020. But it's the perfect storm, I would say, with what we've got currently going on for silver to come into its own right now. You can't get a better scenario. I never saw, no, I don't think anybody saw COVID. I did see War on the Horizon for 2020, and it could be playing out totally different. We could have no COVID going on right now, and I don't think we'd be nowhere near where we are economy-wise. So, it's just accelerated, as many people know. But for me, when I say all-time or new all-time high for silver, I would basically call it and say I don't believe or don't think we're going to. It's a risky call. I am invested still, but the all-time high I believe in pound sterling's been around £30. We'll call it bang on pound sterling, and we'll just say $50 bang on. And so in your heart of hearts, do you believe we're going to be seeing that now? Please let me know down below in the comments. From what I've personally seen, I've been speaking with a few dealers. It all boils down to the situation with the dealers is that they're just not going to sell it for what they didn't buy it for. They're not going to take a loss, especially when it comes to silver, because silver is very volatile. And they know it's one of the metals that they can have more fun with, manipulate any way you want to see it. It's I wouldn't call it a sucker's game, but a lot of people, though they may not, put it out there, purchase it thinking it's going to be like the lottery. Buy it cheap today, $10 or $15, and tomorrow it's $100. So it's technically like a lottery. In the back of their mind, they believe they stack as much up, and many stackers across the world can believe that. That could be down to a lot of the early pundits or the pundits today pushing the $1,000, or your heavy pushers, pundits that sell the stuff, getting people on that mindset. There's people that don't believe that and people that do, but I think that's the case when it comes to dealers. So whether we could see the new all-time highs reaching the old all-time highs, I personally don't believe that's going to be the case. I think we could see somewhere in the region of £20 sterling. So you're looking at damn near, current rates damn near around £25 or $25, excuse me. I think even that there would be a massive jump, and this is 2020, so anywhere within the next 6 to 8 months, even I would say 12 months. This is just me giving my call on whether we could see an all-time high. Could we touch the £29, £30 area again? Currently, I'm not too sure on whether we could do that. I don't know if the crowd's out there. I mean, on the last high, not to forget, you had a load of people buying, and this was a time when the crypto market wasn't there. So it was a whole industry that wasn't around, or a whole market that wasn't around, that had a lot more money that was diverted directly towards silver. They may have thought, because you're hard pressed to find someone who previously invested in silver to be having glowing reviews on silver. A lot of people normally back out depending on why they got involved. So a lot of those types of people don't really speak positive about the metal. I don't bash it. I just speak from my own personal experience. I could have easily got all out and said it was bar. I think those people that got in at the wrong time, because they ran towards the high. It's never good to run towards the high, but you still have those types of people, if they didn't sell at a loss, still want to break even. So you've got a load of people that are waiting just for that time to come. I think they could be taking advantage of the current situation, but who knows what they're doing. But if we was to see highs around $25 spot price, £20 spot price, for many that still isn't going to be nothing. It's barely scratching the surface. So that's where I think we would be. Would it be enough to make me take some action? Not like my silver stack is there to, the second it touches it, I'm going to cash in. Those types of gains, although nice, is not what I'm currently looking for or looking at. But there is a portion of my stack I wouldn't mind capitalizing on, something up where £20 spot price, and then maybe converting to gold. But currently, even with that game plan, gold being as high as it is for myself, I'd rather kick back and wait and see what happens from there. But I think for now, I've done all of my purchasing. So I think I've purchased at the best times, unless we get a massive drop in spot. And I think I purchased at the best time. So, if you purchased enough, then you're more than good to ride it out until that day comes. I don't need to purchase no more. I've had offers to purchase some monster boxes. Nobody desperate, but I'm currently just kicking back. I'm not buying either or, just because of where prices are. So for me, I see a £20, £25 spot price. Gold to silver ratio to me means nothing, whether it goes higher, 200 to 1, 400 to 1. It's, of course, many say it means that silver's the undervalued asset, but I think you need to believe that's the case at first. If you think it's undervalued, or if you think it's at the right value, the market has determined the value. Yes, it could be manipulated, but, we've seen what happens when situations like what's currently going on at the time of release of this video happens, and sometimes you can wiggle out or break away from the manipulation. At this rate, silver's going to be the only one that is heavily manipulated to the point where they need to lose absolute control. Who knows? But I still can't see it getting crazy from there. So the gold to silver ratio, to me, I've never purchased with it. I've never looked at it like, oh, it means this one's greatly undervalued. It could easily just be gold to peanuts, or gold to, apples and pears, or anything of the likes of. I see it exactly the same. It's gold is one price and silver is that price. Gold is that price for a reason and silver is this price for a reason. The ratio doesn't add up when you're doing trades or anything else. So pushing it forward or buying on that gaze doesn't work for me personally. But I think, for those who do use it and it works in their favor, you know, it's just more accumulation of the silver, you know, sun, or should I say moon metal for yourself. But for me, I don't purchase on those terms. But I think if we are going to see all-time highs, those would be the numbers. If we don't see any movement for silver, we could very well stay where we are. And I'd go back to my same prediction last time of saying we could be anywhere from 10 years plus before we saw any real movement. In reality, I think you're not going to get a better opportunity or time for silver to come to its own and set some type of new highs. I don't know what's going on in terms of the manipulation. I don't know what's going on in terms of dudes pumping the stuff, but I know we're seeing some good, nice movement. I think if people couldn't get gold right now, my own personal belief, I think the price would just keep on going up and up. There's always going to be people that sell. There's people out there with, you know, hundreds of ounces. So I think if it becomes harder and harder to get, you always got fractional, and then you've always got the prices increase. And I don't think we'll see a situation where everybody runs for a gold door and then thinks, damn, especially, you know, big money, and then thinks, damn, I can't get it. You may get a situation where small money runs towards the silver door, which keeps on pushing up the prices, and the likes of, I think, those with money. But you never know. I can't speak on the actions that other people are going to take, but that's just the way I see it from a situation where I can technically right now pick either or and which one I'm going to rather bank on. You know, I'm not going to be kicking myself if silver shot to 100. I've already put that in place and made it a part of my risk assessment, so I'm not going to complain or think, God damn it. As long as I have enough in gold, I'm more than happy, because I know, you know, silver's going to follow gold, so I'll be in a fantastic position. So I think I've picked right in terms of which one or which horse I want to back, and that's gold. And then I think with silver, to see the numbers I've just said this year would be fantastic. But let me know what numbers you think we could be seeing this year. So, you know, or ultimately, will we see, you know, any highs at all with silver? Will it dump? You know, that's also another scenario that could happen. Who knows? I don't think that's no way going to happen with gold, for instance. Platinum, palladium, we're seeing a bit of dips. Silver, we're seeing a bit of dips. Of course, we're seeing dips in gold, but, you know, some things just may not rise, and that's just the way it goes. But as long as you put your money in there to hold your wealth, I don't think you should be in any trouble. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to wrap this one up, guys, so let me know your thoughts and opinions and any predictions you may have on the silver spot price for 2020. So, hey, I love it. Let me know what you think of this video. Please do go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.